So yeah, I actually already did all the signs, Cha-Cha. I already did all the signs. I'm just on Taurus right now. It cut off on Taurus. So I'm uploading the other stream. I just want to come back to finish Taurus. So all my Tauruses, I mean not Taurus, Cancers. So all my Cancers, at times you guys can, put yourselves in a state where you know, sort of like Pisces. So well actually, I could say all water signs could share this, but it's different percentage levels because they have different archetypes and they're dealing with different planets, and with all planet you could be the same element. All energies are still different. But Cancers, you guys could just, when it comes to taking something from the internal, aka something you're creatively into, something from your creative source, and putting it out there to get some attention, some light or whatnot, that could just be vulnerable on its own. That could be vulnerable on its own. So you want to make sure that you embrace kind of being uncomfortable right now, dealing with expressing that more so right now, Cancer. All right. You know, Cancer is another energy, and you in conjunct to Sagittarius, but you right next to Gemini. Gemini in the Gemini reading, I told Geminis they have to embrace expanding their surroundings. And Cancers, the in conjunct signs, Cancers and Taurus is kind of both, you both got to implement that. Taurus and Cancers, you guys got to kind of experience, you know, taking what's familiar to y'all, taking what's familiar to y'all next in that third house, that Gemini constellation. You guys got to take what's familiar to y'all and find ways to expand on that. Taurus, more so, find ways to expand your garden, aka find more ways to implement what you're creatively into, to how you build stability, and be more expressive about how you're dealing with your garden when other people are trying to come in your life, trying to you know having some type of say so on how you express yourself, take actions, or react to things. And then Cancers, all right, taking what makes you comfortable, taking some of the things you may dive into when to make you comfortable, some of the things that you want to creatively express to the world, and and dealing with more of the uncomfortability of expressing them internal energies, getting them from the inside out. All right. We know a lot of the times it takes you to get to a certain emotional temperament to be expressive of how you truly feel something, because for the most part you're just trying to set your temperament. All right, you're trying to create the vibration in the room, and then people react to that, and then you gauge that. But for the most part, when it comes to creatively expression, your gifts, your talents, what you want to give up to the world, what you feel like you have to what you have for the world to see, Cancer, you need to give birth to that this new moon. All right. So, family, I just wanted to come back on and cap it off for you, Cancers and whatnot. For all signs, we're all gonna have opportunities to give birth to things that we're inspired about. All right, to things that really, really, capture us, to things that really make us feel alive. Sagittarius is a real motherfucking look alive type of energy. All right, Sagittarius is live. Okay. And while they living, they making sure they developing their own perspectives and philosophies and ways of looking at life and learning from life. This is what we all need to do moving into this new after this new moon, because depending on what the fuck is going on, depending on what's going on with in society and all the transformations, we that's ahead of us that we may not have no control of. All we do have control of is how we personally express ourselves to the world and how we personally look at the world. That's the most important perspective. So it don't matter what's going on next. How does this transit affect a Sag rising? Okay, so now we're talking about the new moon and the new sun transiting the new moon transiting your first house. All right, we know the new moon is going to show us where to set new intentions at. All right, we know the new moon is going to show us the area life we're going to be inspired in. All right, in the area life we want to develop new philosophies. So with the new moon transiting your first house, there has to be new ways of how you personally correlate and express yourself to the world moving on from this new moon transit. All right. With Sagittarius in the first house, you already experience a lot in your personal life, and you entertain a lot of experiences. You manifest a lot of people, places, and things that come into your life to show you different perspectives of things, or take you to new situations. At times, as a Sag rising, you can manifest a whole you can manifest just a lot of experiences or situations or periods in life where your personal life, the personal people, places, and things in your life are just taking you everywhere, and you're just floating through it. So you're learning a lot, you're experiencing a lot, but you're not getting a chance to make substance of it or cultivate it into something. So that's really like the life path of a Sagittarius rising. Learning how to cultivate something and, you know, personally grow from everything it's experiencing at that pace with Jupiter and all that fire in the first house. So with the new moon transiting here, there needs to be a new way that you react to your personal issues. There has to be a new philosophy that how you deal with personal people, places, and things in your life. And with the new moon transiting your first house, you have to react to how you're personally expressing yourself, and you have to look at the things that you want to personally express to the world, because the first house is a fire house. The first and fire houses are dealing with our forms of expression, all right, how we see things, all right, how we see ourselves correlating our actions in this lifetime. So in the first house is all of our personal outlook. So with the moon here, you have to be able to see the bigger picture of your personal outlook on your personal issues in your life. So you have to be able to look at your personal relationships right now with the moon transiting here, and be able to be like, all right, is me connecting to this person? Moon, is me connecting to this person on one in my personal life, you know, something that's supporting what I want to personally express to the world, how I want to be personally seen. All right, first house, how I want to be personally seen, or the things that I'm, you know, personally passionate about. So if you can't see the bigger picture to these people, places, and things in your personal life, the universe is gonna place you in some situations for you to see these things. You should know these things with this type of alignment. So this is kind of, this is what is going to be affecting. You're going to be real personally inspired right now. So the way you personally express yourself right now, like the things you want to, let's say right now with this energy, there's something you've been creatively working on. And right now, like a lot of, this is like a time in your life for a lot of you Sag risings where it's like you're the most inspired ever with some of the things you want to personally express to the world. So it's like, you guys could feel the need to want to connect that and share that to everybody. Just stay down, Sag rising, and keep working on what you got to work on. Let that gain its light on its own right now. That's where that inspiration is gonna trickle that inspiration that way. That's what you want to know as a Sag rising. Libra is in the Sage video. This is the second part. Thank you. Did it my way. Was you smoking weed? Are you high? Yeah, I was smoking weed. That's just how we function. You good? Yeah. So yeah, family. I've been this past week has been so busy. I wanted to get on early and get these energies out for y'all. But you have to understand, like, even if you hear a new moon reading 4 days later, you have to understand, like, the new moon is still a foundation of where you were supposed to have your focus at for this new cycle. So, you know, even if let's say I didn't know where the new moon was at. Let's say I didn't know where it was at until motherfucking next week when the motherfuckers in when that shit is in I don't know, in Aquarius or some shit, right? Or yeah, and not Aquarius, but that's like 2 signs over, but like Aries or whatever, right? If I was feeling out of alignment and then the moon is in Pisces or some shit, and I was feeling out of alignment, I'm like, damn, let me go see where the new moon was at. When I look back, I'm gonna be like, okay, the new moon was transiting this house, so damn, I was supposed to set intentions on how to deal with this area of life. And in a way that you not setting that foundation, that travel, the moon travel is just a buildup. It's just trickling into the next areas of life. So sometimes we have to understand, like, all these signs and areas and houses, like, they connected, like you connected to your opposite sign. That's an axis. It's on like this. It's on an axis. Yeah, it's on this frequency vibrational axis. So Aries is connected to Libra. All right. Taurus is connected to Scorpio. And this is why you play out attributes of your opposite sign. But a lot of the times we jump into our opposite sign energy when we feel like our backs are against the wall, when we feel like, you know, the way we're correlating our original actions aren't helping us get from point A to B, or we're getting overwhelmed or frustrated with how we originally see things. At times we could jump into our opposite energies. Okay. No, no, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not married. What's popping, Gab? What's popping, Gabby? I miss you. Yo, what's up, man? Link up, man. You've been in New York all this. You fake. You've been in New York all this time, and I haven't seen you, man. You fake. So, yeah, family. So, like I said, I was busy as hell. I wanted to come on and get these energies out for y'all earlier, but you know, got a lot going on now with, you know, the Patreon is on deck. So y'all want to go ahead and check out the Patreon and all that and all that and all that. All right. I got some content coming up dealing with this conjunction with Saturn and with Saturn and Jupiter. All right. I don't want to say people are looking too deep into these things, into that transit. We do need to understand that, you know, obviously is going to be an energy that's going to bring some transformation and shift into our society. But for the most part, family, we've been experiencing some fucking heavy shit already this year. We've been experiencing some heavy shit since Uranus went into Taurus last year. All right, family. So this is what I'm trying to say about this new moon in Sagittarius. This is not to undermine what we might be. This new moon it's not water sign, so it's not like we reflecting on the past, but it's Sagittarius, so it's the ninth house. So we reflecting on our experiences right now. So we're so focused on what's to come ahead, but we have to be able to cultivate something from everything we experienced this year. Imagine really stepping into 2021 with no new philosophy of anything from 2020. Imagine that. Imagine that, family. All right. That's a lost spirit. We can't be out here that lost. You mean you lived in 2020? You ain't die in 2020, and it's 2021 January, and you ain't got no new philosophy on how you want to act or express yourself to the world. You ain't got no new philosophy about business, career in your life. You ain't got no new philosophy about your relationships. Damn. So this new moon in Sagittarius ain't no game. It ain't no game. And there's gonna be some frustration pent up, you know, for some of us that feel like we didn't do enough experience in this year. That's gonna hit too. It's a solar eclipse. So, you know, the moon is in a position where, you know, from where we at, it's in between us and the sun. All right. So our actions ain't really being seen. Our emotions are being seen. In solar eclipses, your emotions are being seen. So right now, depending on the knowledge and wisdom we feel like we have that we've cultivated from this year, like, you know, we have to be able to get in alignment with this new moon and develop new philosophies if we feel like we out of alignment. And for those who are in alignment, you know, a lot of us are inspired and charged up for what's to come, regardless of what the fucking transit is next. All right. I don't give a fuck about what Jupiter and Saturn about to do up there. I don't give a fuck. I'm my own spirit. There's spirits in that body. I'm in this body right now. Whatever spirit in the Saturn body is the spirit in the Saturn body. I'm not about to change up. I'm not about to like, yeah, I'm in a smaller body and they got a bigger influence. Yeah, I'm catching Saturn influence, but I'm still my own fucking spirit. I still gotta have my own philosophy on how I use Saturn energy. Saturn not about to just come place restrictions, limitations, and change up my whole fucking physical reality without me having no say so. No, Saturn. Oh, you about to go link up with Jupiter? Oh, okay, Jupiter. So what? Y'all about to, because Jupiter, I know you deal with faith and spirituality and the subconscious. I know you don't even really fuck with Saturn energy. You don't even deal with reality and structure and that shit and restrictions. Restrictions, nigga, you deal with expansion. But I see y'all coming together. Okay, so all right. I see there's probably going to be a new belief system in society, a new belief system in our structure. I see we may be influenced to, all right, put our belief and faith in a new form of organization and structure. I could definitely see how that's leading up to that with everything that's been transforming with the forms of structure this year, with all them energies in Capricorn already. So with me knowing that, it's like, nigga, I ain't about to just be moved by you niggas. Let me develop my own faith and beliefs about my physical reality. Let me develop my own philosophy about how I see life this new moon transit. So I'm not just fucking just shook it by all these transits and everything going on. Like that's spirituality. That's being able to learn from your experiences. Like that's Sagittarius energy. That's why Sagittarius is spiritual. These niggas don't gotta get one natal reading. These niggas don't gotta, they naturally spiritual because they look at life like life is the teacher. They're always asking why to everything that's going on in life, and they're inspired to create, and they're inspired and spontaneous about experiences. So if you just a motherfucker out here living without a care, just experiencing, going through so much of the emotions, taking so much actions on things that your visions, you see something, you take action on it, that's gonna be over time. You're gonna be a wild motherfucker. Whether you was reckless as hell and you in jail, or whether you got to the promised land and was able to cultivate something out of your experiences. But overall, Sagittarius is gonna develop a bunch of wisdom because that's their motherfucking archetype. All right. But this is the influence that we all need to be reacting to. We need to all make sure we have our own concepts, right? All right. And this is what everything, business, like there ain't no such thing as a motherfucking, ain't no such thing as a way to get money no more. It ain't no. It's always, a decade ago was a bunch of ways to get fucking money. There's a whole bunch of fucking ways to get money now. Even though universe is influencing you to tap more into your creative gifts and into your values, all right, to build stability. Overall, with this new moon in Sagittarius, there needs to be a new birth given to everything in your life, especially the areas of life you feel unfulfilled, especially in the area of life that you feel like it's not alive. You feel like your relationships is not alive. Set some fucking intentions this new moon to manifest people in your life that's going to help you, take you to places you've never been, help you create new experiences you've never been, teach you things you've never been. These are the things we could set intentions on. Like, we don't need to feel like we don't need to feel like, oh, universe only gonna give you what you deserve, and universe only gonna give you what you're capable of dealing with at the moment. But we don't need to feel like we can't dream big, set big intentions. There's limits on anything we could ask for. We could want to request or set. I don't even really like saying ask or request. Like, I don't like really using them words, like, because it's like, who the fuck am I asking or requesting shit for? Like, who? Like, it's like I'll make deals with the universe. Like, I'll be like, all right, like, I'll holler at my spirit guys, I'll holler at universe, at some alignments, and be like, yo, I'm gonna sacrifice this and that, let's have this exchange. But for the most part, I'm learning how to take my natural energies, my Libra sun, my Capricorn rising alignment, my Capricorn moon. I'm learning how to take that, and no matter where the sun and moon is at today, I'm learning how to take that and make it work with that. That's what we trying to understand how to do every day. Now, the more we understand how to do that, it don't matter what type of transit. It don't matter what type of article or videos astrologers is posting on YouTube. Like, oh, Aries, this gonna come down, this, that, and down. Like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. I already got my own philosophy and ways of looking at life. So whatever happens, that ain't changing. Or I'm just gonna grow on it. You know, like, so, like, can't that much shit bother you when you got your own world? We live in a world, but when you live in your own world, when you got your own righteous cultivated world within you, like, it's so hard for shit to, like, it's so hard to attract like certain type of people. Is like your aura field, your energy field is just different. It's just different. Do you have kids? Nah. You ain't die though, right, Chechi? You ain't die though. What are you talking about? Better get it together. Death died like 3 times this year and came back. niggas was motherfucking black cats this year. Transformation had to happen. Right. So it comes to, yeah. Right, y'all. So this is really what this new moon is really setting a new precedent for us to have a whole new way of, you know, expressing what we've gained from our own life. Because with Sagittarius, with this new moon, and on top of Jupiter being the ruler of Sagittarius, about to make this conjunction, and it falling into Capricorn and Aquarius that's dealing with structured society, it's like there's already gonna be a whole bunch of things that is gonna try to steal our attention to take away from us developing our own beliefs at the end of this year, bro. There's gonna be so much. Like I'm contemplating certain things to happen these next couple of weeks going into January, just to snatch our attention from this new moon energy, just so we be in a state of us not being able to express our own wisdom because we so attached to what's going on. Like it's like everything that's been like, it's so much things been going on this year to make us to strip you of you being able to fucking think out the box. Like I don't even want to dive. I don't even want to fucking dive into fucking, like, I'm over talking about masks and COVID. I'm over talking about that shit. But the whole concept of that shit is starting to affect how people think so much. Right, cha-cha. So all my signs, these are the energies y'all want to keep in mind. All right. Y'all want to make sure these intentions that y'all setting, these new energies y'all want to bring into your life, you want to make sure that you truly are going to act on what you believe. You're going to be an example of what you believe. We got to practice what we preach right now. We have to, especially with this new moon, because we're going to be so inspired to connect our beliefs to others, and to like, we're going to be so inspired to like, enlighten others into from our new perspectives and our new awarenesses. So we don't want to just be in a state of communicating it and expressing it in that way. Now we want to be examples. We want to be examples. All right. We going into a new season, family. But we heading into a new season, man. All right. It's Capricorn season, man. It's about to be Capricorn season, man. Capricorn season is all about, if I had to describe Cap season is all about, this is why it's important to understand the travels of the houses. I may need to redo that story. I just finished the Mars series, the Mars through the sign series. I don't really think I'm gonna do the Jupiter series. I'm probably gonna do a Jupiter video, but I'm not gonna do a Jupiter series because it depends. It depends. That might be something I want to do along the line, because I wanted to get these first couple of series out: Sun archetypes, Moon through the signs, rising signs, Mercury signs, Mars and Venus signs. All right, because the Sun, Moon, and rising is your big three. That makes up who you are. Okay. Then when we get into your Mars and Venus, this is picking up on your feelings, your everything else after your Sun, Moon, rising, your Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury. These is like your other tools. That's just fine tuning the person you already are, is your Sun, Moon, rising. All right. Once we get into like Saturn, we could say Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus are generational planets, but Saturn and Jupiter is in a sign for a year, so like these could be in a sense generational planets in a sense. But yeah, there's a bunch of videos I want to get into. There's a bunch of fucking videos I want to get into. I want to get into a motherfucking. Hold on, I think I wrote them down. Hold on, I don't know if the list is in my phone. Yeah, I'm bugging. My phone right here. I'm so used to going live on IG. I thought I couldn't look at my phone just now. Yeah, man. What we got? Yeah, what does your zodiac moon sign naturally attract? Because just by the moon deals with receiving, the moon deals with honing in. So by default, we all naturally attract certain things with our moon just being somewhere. So that's something I definitely want to get to. How each zodiac sign shows that they like you. We all give off certain auras, energies, and light rays to beam that energy off. Our choosing mate signals, and all zodiac signs do it in different ways. So I got to give my interpretation of that. All right, and a couple of other joints, man. A couple of other joints, man. We're gonna get into some North Node talk. All right, I'm doing a lot of talk. Like on my Patreon, I have monthly classes on my Patreon, and on my Patreon, we really like these things. These classes are going to be more structured and organized, and breaking certain things down in a chart as far as house lords, houses, alignments, aspects, whatnot. Things we're gonna get on into here too, but it's just a lot of early access on there and shit. So, yeah, family. There's a lot I'm about to get into before yeah, I'm a okay, empty houses. All right, definitely gonna get into that. You guys want to make sure y'all understand your house lords, because the house lords help you understand what's going on in your empty houses. All right. You guys could go on my website. I got a house lord webinar. If you wasn't a part of that webinar, wasn't able to catch it. Okay. So I just want y'all to understand the energy. Moving on with new moon and Sagittarius. All right. It's about to be 1 a.m. All right. And I might have to I got to get back into some. I got some couple of readings I wanted to get done before I go ahead and get some shut eye. All right, family. So y'all motherfucking be and stay inspirational, family. You make sure the things that you experience, that make sure that wisdom that we got to make sure that wisdom that we gain from our experiences this year and overall in our lives has to be channeled into something, family. Our wisdom has to be channeled into something right now, family. We can't be wise for nothing, and a lot of us have to learn to take our own advice right now. A lot of us probably been trying to enlighten others and give others perspectives about things. I'm a motherfucking air sign. I'm a motherfucking Libra, so I can't help that shit. I be trying to, the way my alignment is set up, Libra Capricorn, I could fall into situations trying to do too much, trying to give other people ways to look at structuring their life. Libra Capricorn dealing with structure, organization, building, and then motherfucking Libra Sun just trying to relate that shit to others and see who it can build with. So for the most part, it's like sometimes I go out my way trying to get people to see the resources they have and how they could structure things in their life. Like a lot of people complain about things, and like you're not even maxing out. You're not even maxing out on the resources you already have. Like you can't come to no fucking Capricorn. Anybody come to no motherfucker with heavy Capricorn energy, or motherfucker with heavy Aquarius energy, or heavy Saturn energy, or some shit, and come with some fucking complaints about shit, and you're not even utilizing the resources you already got. Like, I'm not the one. I'm gonna look at you. You're not gonna get the response. You're not gonna get the pity response from me. I endure way too fucking much to look at other people lack of fucking effort in what they doing. If a motherfucker gonna complain about shit, that motherfucker better have a Jesus Christ long list of trials and tribulations they went through for me to be like, God damn, what type of fucking life you incarnated to? Who the fuck is you going through some shit? People we be having all type of wisdom registered, all ideas, all type of ideas and aspirations to do certain things, act on certain things, and these things just be fucking floating in our head. We don't be maxing none of these ideas, but then we want to complain about shit. We ain't maxed out on everything. You ain't even give yourself opportunity to see all the beautiful potentials to come out of these things that you envision. New moon in Sagittarius, motherfucker, it's time to get spontaneous. It's time to just dive into everything that inspires you and have a whole new way of living about life, especially with all the fucking lockdown and all the extra lockdowns going on. What's all these extra lockdowns going on during Sagittarius season, the most free-spirited season? Y'all want to have all these extra lockdowns. New York want to go back on crazy lockdowns, and dining in is back lockdowns, or school going back lockdowns. Yeah, they trying to find all types of ways to restrict you right now. All right, we stay lively, family. All right, stay excited about life, family. Let's stay excited waking up about this life shit today. And if you ain't feeling excited waking up in the morning, well, shit. Let's work on making life exciting. Let's work on, making transmuting some energy to create the new lifestyle, new experiences. And this is ultimately, like, I can't even, the Sagittarius energy is so fucking strong right now. And I'm a Libra too, so the sun and moon is like, we haven't, like I said, Aquarius and Libras, we having opportunities to express our knowledge and wisdom more right now. So it's just like, just me. Y'all already know I'm a motherfucking the way I even move and talk is fucking expressive. So I could feel this fucking energy, right? All right, and we cannot be in a state. We cannot be in a state where we look at life as so overwhelming, and there ain't things that there's no chance of us connecting to things that's above our horizon right now. It's so much systems and programs being placed on us to feel like we can't connect to things that we travel to mentally. Like, we can't cultivate that in real life time. So this ain't it. This ain't the time to be in no box with the ways that you're thinking and your belief system. All right. Universe is preparing us right now to make that shift. Okay, so family, you already know what it is. All right, I'm gonna start doing these YouTube live streams more consistently, whatnot. I'm gonna find probably 2 days out the week, where I do transits every day, them 2 days, and we get into, like, yeah, I'm gonna find 2 days out the week. I'm gonna make them announcements or something, during this week. But let's continue to be wise. All right, family. Until next time, peace, y'all.